Yeah, we are live. We're live. We got the multiverse in the house, right? The multiverse. We got the multiverse.
It's
Multipass.
it's a spoiler show because this is a movie that comes out in, I don't know, a couple months or something.
Multipass. I got a lot of questions, Mr. Wizard. A lot of questions about this. A lot. I got a lot. And we only been seeing trailers of it. And, I'm going to tell you, I was disappointed about the Spider-Man movie. I think my anticipation from it being off a couple years, I think my anticipation on it was probably just way up here. And when you get the product, it's like, is that it?
Come on.
So, I'm serious. I think the three Spideys their performance just fell flat for me. That's it. Everything else was cool. Like, I was intrigued. I think their actor performance just fell a little flat. Like, whoever wrote their stuff, it was flat.
I don't know, man. I like this movie so much. It's in my top 5 of all MCU movies of all time.
What's going on, Brick Hive? That's a fellow Turpin, fellow Maryland Turpin.
Nice. You guys run into each other every once in a while.
You know what? Honestly, we have not. Like, we shop at the same stores, and for whatever reason, we miss each other. Like, if I go to the same Lego store he go to and we're waiting in line, I'm closer to the door, and he's always way in the back somewhere. So I never get to see him. I never get to see him. But I mean, since since the new sets came out, I went to the Annapolis store. I didn't do the big mall, but like I checked with one of my friends, Jason, Charm City Brick, and he was in line at the big mall, and he said it was like 200 people in line to get into the Lego.
Forget about it. Crazy. I mean, I know all you guys that go to the store and you buy it day one and build it. I get it online, and I got it 4 or 5 days later, and I didn't have to wait in line. I didn't even have to leave my house.
Right. It's the beauty of it. You just got to wait. All good things come to those who wait. Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I get it though. I was jonesing, like seeing everybody build the boutique, and I'm like, dang, everyone's posting. They got it, and here it is 7 days later. I got it, but I haven't, broken the seal yet. And so many other good sets like this just came out. January 1st release, right?
Right. I got another one. There's another one. Another one.
What's up, Star Sidious? Yeah, I got talked into the Sonic. I kind of wanted it, but I didn't buy it until later in the day. I went to the museum, and a friend at the museum's like, hey, I want to kind of get that Sonic set. Do you want to buy it for me, and then you can have the VIP points? I was like, okay.
Nice.
So I put 2 in my cart, and I got to give one, sell one to a buddy.
Yeah, nice. That ain't a bad buy. That ain't bad at all, man. I didn't go, honestly, I didn't go all the way in. Like, usually I'll just go ahead and rip the whole $1,000 and get all the sets. Like, I didn't do that because I know, like, 2 things were going to happen. Like, either I was going to spend the whole week and, building them all. And at the end of it, you sitting there, because, built them all. Now you ain't got nothing else to build, or, you just, I just felt that, like, I'll save some to buy. Like, so a little bit later on next month, I'll pick up some more. And that way I don't have to walk through the Lego store and say, well, I own that. I got that. And usually I caught myself walking in the Lego store and walking right out because I got everything. And it's like, yeah,
you got to pace yourself, right? You got to pace yourself and hope that you can get some different gift with purchase. Like, I'm always looking for something for free. So I did buy a couple of city sets and got the city poly bag.
Right.
And that was when I put this in my cart, and I put the city sets in my cart. I'm like, all right, I got the poly bag for free.
Right.
And I'm going to wait on some of the other stuff. Because, I mean, actually, if you bought every brand new set on Lego on January 1st, I'm thinking that's $3,000 or
That's
something.
$3,000, man. You know what, Jesse? I'm gonna say it right here. I'm gonna say it right now.
We
I
had like,
never bought a friend set. Never bought it. Just wasn't interested in it. But today's a new day. I think I'm gonna get all the new friend sets. I'm gonna get the boat. I'm gonna get that tree house. I'm gonna get the downtown square, that downtown city,
yeah,
whatever that is. I need it. I need it for my city because
yeah.
it's easy, easy buildings to put in.
I like it when it looks like it can match with another Lego city. So finally,
Yeah,
it's not a boat or a treehouse. They have like this almost modular city set, that Friends Market or whatever it's called.
yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, that was I forget. It had a good price point.
Yeah,
Some of the sets actually have a good piece to price thing where it may, sometimes it doesn't, and you wait for a deal. Now they're hitting us.
They're hitting us hard, man. They are. They're hitting you hard. Yeah. Yes, you got to decide. Are you a mark person or are you a set person? I'm in between, so I got money like hemorrhaging both. So money just hemorrhaging. So you gotta be a mark person to survive in Lego. You gotta be a mark person.
You get the FOMO though,
right? You can't be in between unless you're Scrooge McDuck and you're just hemorrhaging money, So. Right, that's true. So, man, let's get back to this multiverse, friend. I got so many questions. My first question, right? So you're a comic book guy. So you got Doctor Strange here, right? Let me see if I can put that right. Yeah, light's killing me. You got Doctor Strange.
You're trying to do.
You got Wong, but then you got this character that I haven't seen. I'm not that much, into comic books like I should be. But America Chavez.
Yeah.
I had to do some digging, friend. I had to do some digging. I did. I had to do some digging, and I had to figure out, what was her bio. So I got her bio open up right now.
Oh, okay.
And basically, she is Supergirl with multiverse powers. Like she can open up portals. Basically, she's Supergirl.
Oh, really?
She's got the power to open up portals.
Oh, that's what we need, right?
Multiverse got a Supergirl. So, because here it says that she possesses human strength, powers, and durability, and she has the power of flight. That's Supergirl, right?
Yep.
Chavez also has the power to kick open star-shaped holes in reality. Star-shaped holes in reality. That's
interdimensional and time travel.
Right.
That's that's overpowered right there.
Right. I think she more dangerous than Doctor Strange at that point. She ain't got to cast no spells. She can kick you into another universe.
I'm reading on it too because I knew she was out there, but I thought she was more of a street level Superman, Supergirl type of just strong and could fly. I didn't know.
Right.
It actually says she's from another parallel reality, so maybe she that's how they can introduce her into the MCU.
So many questions.
And she can be powered up and skilled without too much of an origin story, or her origin story could be in a different dimension.
And see, I had to come to terms. with Spider-Man, right? I'm thinking that and granted, it did explain life after the Mysterio, thing and all that stuff. That stuff got messy and stuff like that. But they never really got to Mysterio. They never got. Where'd he go? Because he ain't dead. So where'd he go? So it's they never really got to him. They just, kind of swept him under the rug. And we're going to talk about this story here. Like they did The Simpsons. Like every Simpsons episode, the first 2 minutes is never about the whole entire story. You go first 2 minutes, they tell a 2-minute story, and then they go on and take a left turn somewhere else. And that's how I felt with the Spider-Man, right? Is that they told us the 2-minute story, and then they took a left turn and told us something else, right?
Well, I like that with movies like that because it feels like we knew so much going into the trailer. We knew the villains were going to be there. I wanted some twist to keep my interest, so I didn't know what was going to happen next. So for me, I liked that they took that turn. They're like, let's help these villains, right? That was kind of the big twist.
Right. That was a good, yeah. That's, honestly, that's Spider-Man being Spider-Man, right? So, I mean, it was a kind of a letdown for me, but what saved it was that it was a segue for the the multiverse madness. It was the segue, and it's like, so that kind of saved it, and it kind of make you think: does the writer, like, how, like, say if you mocking something, Jesse, right? And you get a creator's block, and you put the mock down, and you come back to it in a couple days, and then you build on it some more. So what you did the first half looks different what you did the second half. That's how I feel. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
You laughing because you know I'm right. Like, that's how I feel how the story went, is that somebody along the way was writing this story, and they put it down for whatever reason, and they picked it back up and started telling a whole different story.
Wow. I think it's that complicated, though. I mean, we've never really gone this far into cross-parallel universe in movies. The comics did it, right? But the comics can jump around, and they can try something out and then reissue a whole nother thing and retcon it, kind of. But the movies are on their own thread, and they're complicated, right? So I think they storyboarded it and kept it going. There's just so much. There's almost too much to tell when you have 5 different villains and 3 different Spider-Mans, and how much.
What's going on, dude? Jude, welcome to the house, dude.
What's up, dude? It's I don't know. I did a spoiler show, and we ranked all the MCU movies, and Spider-Man No Way Home is surprisingly, like, lived up to the hype for me. It lived up to the hype.
I mean, honestly, I think that a lot of people love. Don't get me wrong, a lot of people love the Spider-Man. And I like. I'm not saying that it was a bust, right? Because it was awesome to see all the villains in one room. So it was teasing the Sinister Six, right? Because that's what you really want to see, is all 6 of those villains whipping up on a Spider-Man, right? That's how the comic book tells it. And I think that we haven't had a Spider-Man movie in a while that you could kind of forgive some faults, right? You can kind of forgive it, right? Because you're just happy to see your favorite movie, right? But man, I'm gonna tell you, they probably have a lot of catching up to do, especially when it comes to the animated series with Miles Morales.
Yes. So we got that coming too.
Mm-hmm.
And that's Multiverse. That was kind of almost like a precursor Multiverse open-upper show,
Yeah.
We had Peter B. Parker, we had Spider-Gwen, we had Spider-Ham, we had the Noir. I mean, it wasn't live action, but the quality of the story and the film and special effects, or just animation, was so good.
Yeah.
That and What If are opening the doors to this these portals, these multiverses, so that we're getting to talk about more Doctor Strange stuff.
Right. I just hate the fact that they make it seem like it's Doctor Strange's fault. Like, he spun it. Like, he spun it. Like, and that's crazy. I think he's, if it was anybody's fault, right? I think he's probably maybe a good 2% of what's going on. But I mean, it looks like it's his fault, and it ain't.
Well, he is. He's got. I mean, they all have different reality, different versions of themselves, and I think we're gonna see. Yeah, I think we, you kind of led into it on the thumbnail. We're gonna see an evil version of Doctor Strange.
Right.
And the MCU version that we already seen, and is the one that they showed in Spider-Man the same guy?
Yeah. And it's funny because like if you look at the What If, which we're big fans of, you look at that series and it tells you it quickly tells you the backstories of both Stranges, right? Like you kind of figure. I mean, it tells you one, but you can figure out where the evil Strange come from and stuff like that, or the good Strange come from and stuff, and it's crazy because in What If, my friend, and I was trying to save this to the last moment, but it's so juicy. And What If the good Doctor Strange loses? He loses. He clearly gets wiped off the map.
Yeah.
Do you think that that's going to happen in this in this multiverse of madness? Because it's possible, right?
Yeah. It's possible. Because it's Wanda, right? Wanda is the other power figure that we got to talk about, and when we talk about multiverse and magic, and hey, thanks to the chat, Stud's throwing all kinds of good stuff in there. About
man,
bringing Doom in, and Mr. Sinister and crazy stuff. So, we got to stay a little bit close to the vest with some of the releases of characters we want to see.
Right.
And I think What If is canon enough to, like you said, talk about that happened in that episode of What If. So could it happen again in the Multiverse of Madness? Sure. Yeah. We could be left with usually, I saw a post where in episode 3 they all lose something. So this is episode 2 of Doctor Strange, but there was a crazy post where they're like, Iron Man 3 lost the arc reactor. Captain America 3 lost his shield.
Right.
What was it? Thor 3 lost his hammer.
Somebody lost something, right?
Spider-Man 3 lost everything. He lost his ID.
So maybe this dude, what are you saying? Doctor Strange maybe lose the magic cape?
I think they got to go in another chapter if they follow the rule of 3. But I would like to see Doctor Strange, the evil Doctor Strange, wear the evil cape. I don't like that. Yeah, he needs he needs more of that look, and maybe that maybe that'll happen towards the end of the movie.
Oh, Jesse, I wish I ain't talked to you because you just spoiled it all.
All theories.
That makes absolute perfect sense, man. That makes absolute perfect sense. You see Evil Strange, and this is all speculation. But if you really pay attention, right, the multiverse, you saw that the Evil Strange had this sinister cape and everything like that, and he consumed the good Doctor Strange, right? He just easily consumed him. Yeah. So, in order for this sinister, we see, the real life, or I would say the Marvel, the cinema, evil Doctor Strange with no cape at all, right? No cape. Got a banging goatee though. That goatee, my man rocking that goatee.
Got the goatee. He's got a little slicker. His hair slicked back a little more.
He looked like a real gangster. And so he has no cape on. At least we don't see it. And maybe when he consumes the good Doctor Strange is when he gets the evil cape. And I say that because you see how they made the cape on this minifigure?
Yeah.
He always had a cloth cape. Always. Now, all of a sudden, you get this rubber cape around his neck after all these years.
And you can pull it off easy. I mean, it's because, the cape has its own personality. So
true. Yep.
They gave it a stand-up kind of form. Yeah, the cape is, it's another character. It's definitely worth talking about and theorizing what new, there will be an evil Doctor Strange. I don't think they can repeat much of what they did in What If, though, it's got to be a different,
That'd be a different story. Yeah, a little bit different.
A different Evil Strange. Like, yes, it, because it's two spectrums. Like the What If show was, what if evil Doctor Strange, like the worst case scenario Doctor, he destroyed the whole multiverse.
Yeah, his whole universe, right?
Got put in his own pocket dimension, and that story's not over either. So
no.
Because at the end of What If, they fought the ultimate Ultron and then put them both in a bubble.
In a bubble, and he's watching them. Yeah.
So I think that was just a teaser, right? A teaser of a version, like a darker version of Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
So I don't think they can repeat the show, but I would love to see an evil cape.
Yeah, I definitely want to see that evil cape, man, because that thing was very sensitive. Matter of fact, I think I got. Let me see. I got something. I got some goodies over here. Wait a minute. See if I can
if you want to make, if you want to make a minifig evil Doctor Strange, you kind of got to go find a purple cape or something. And
let me see. Oh, I got my man right here.
Oh yeah, the pointy. Yep. No, it's more purple and gold.
Yeah. A little bit dark on the back. It's not even red. It's black. Like black on the back, purple on the inside. And then he's got the, the pointy collar right there.
Yeah.
So
yeah. That, hopefully we get a version closer. Yeah. If they do the dark Doctor Strange. Usually in a sequel, they kind of set them up for failure, and then so they can come back in episodes.
Yeah, so you come back. It's a money game. The movie is a money game. It's a money game. And I'm glad. Shout out to Cumberbatch, right? Because he could at any given time he could have gave that role up. Like a lot of our actors are starting to give up these roles, right? They say they're not gonna revisit them, right? Shout out to him because he had that movie. He had his movie, and then they kind of dimmed him down, fold him into the Avengers thing going on. And he wasn't even the main character there, and all of a sudden he's coming right back.
Yeah, he's almost the main character. I mean, Wanda too. I mean, I don't want to jump around, but she's getting some hype too. They gave her Wanda and Vision. And they are really giving all these B-level characters, if you will. Even America Chavez here, who knows how important of a role she's going to have in this new film.
Yeah.
Being able to open portals like that, I didn't even know. So that means she could bring somebody in to help, like the 3 Spider-Man, or send them back to some other dimension to save our universe.
Bro, there was a venomized Doctor Strange in the comics? What?
Oh, they venomized everyone.
Don't don't tell me that. I need to know. Like I probably need to go. What'd you say?
They venomized everyone.
Yeah.
The venom was so hot, they just venom this. Just like there's Spider-Gwen, it's like there's probably Spider-Gwen venomized. Just to tell it's like a what if story.
Yeah, like a what if. Yeah. I got you. See how you do with the symbiote in you.
They ain't gonna bring Venom in. So Doctor Strange.
You said they're not gonna bring Venom. You don't think they're gonna bring Venom around?
Not to Marvel proper.
Okay.
Sony might put them in the next Spider-Man.
Because in that, I mean, they made it seem like it because, at the end when you roll credits and then the little I'm like, what? Like, is this the real crossover? Are they really gonna do it?
But they sent him back too. They're like they dusted him.
Yeah.
It's like, he was in our dimension, and then all he did is sat at the bar and
at the bar. He wasn't much. He didn't do much, right?
But Yeah, so I mean they're teasing it. They're teasing it. They're
Yeah,
teasing that. So they're basically teasing anything is possible now. But you only have so much time and budget to do some. What's worth the money that's going to draw people's.
draw people. Yeah, I understand that. Man, it all started with Loki, man. all started like they started. It's all started with Loki, man. Trying to find out.
Yeah. If you go further back than What If, Loki had the Kang timeline,
Right.
and then got rid of him, which he was even explaining how there's multiple Kangs, and he's the ultimate, the one who remains.
Yeah. He said you don't want to meet the other versions of me. You don't.
You don't want to do that. I think it's going to be trouble for the theater or the production companies too, because there's too many possibilities now.
Possibilities, yeah. But I mean, you keep people gainfully employed, and you're keeping us gainfully entertained. Not bad. You laugh at other people's misfortune, right? That's our entertainment.
Risky. It's just risky. I don't know. It's risky.
Yeah. It's time to cash in on some comics, man.
Boy, I know we're talking a lot of Marvel here, but
you gonna talk about it?
We're spoiling other shows, right?
Right. Yeah. Right.
There is probably a hot comic that I got to pull out of my collection, and
okay,
it relates to the new Boba Fett episode.
I knew you was gonna say it, dude. I need to find the comic with my man. What they say his name was? What Larry say his name was?
The Santi for short is how to remember his name, and it's like Santi.
Yeah. Does he talk? Does he talk at all?
Oh yeah, I believe so.
He does. Because he gave Boba Fett the mean look. That was like, you looking at my woman at the bar look. Like he was just looking at my man. I'd have been like, hey man, look, whatever you want is yours, man.
I don't know if in the comics they always translate for you, so he might growl in Wookiee.
In Wookiee? Okay. Oh wow, I like how they did this eye, friend. Check this out.
I'm getting there, yeah. I like the print on that.
Man, you can. That is awesome, man. You can actually make that daggone. What's that? That ugly looking. You know what this thing reminds me of? Big Trouble in Little China.
That's a new piece in there with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Moto's going to be all over that. He was doing the eyeballs.
The eyeballs, yeah. Huh.
I didn't know that was a new piece.
This is definitely a good buy. A real good buy it is.
Every set seems like I want 2 of them so I can make multiverse mocks and stuff.
Right. Tuscan. Yeah, man. You know what, man? I say it again, man.
Dr. Afra.
It was,
Larry's there. What's up?
Larry, you working or you free, Larry? Because if you're free, I'll send you the link, brother.
Yeah. Oh, these guys are all over it.
Yeah, bro. That man, oh man. But ain't nobody gonna talk about how Boba Fett was all booed up with one of the Tuscans. And I figured that was like a female Tuscan. Because as soon as he got the new threads, I'm telling you, as soon as he got the new threads, he came out. She went and grabbed his hand real quick, and they were walking together holding hands. I said, oh. I said, all right. Well, all right.
Yeah. I do want to see more. I wonder if Tuscan Raiders are going to get like more hype. So out of that episode, it was a real quick build, but I grabbed every minifigure I had and made my own little gaffy stick ceremony. I didn't spoil it. I didn't put Boba Fett in here, but I'm thinking the lore, they just increased the lore on Tuscans enough that they got these Jedi books out and Sith books, and I got this one, the Bounty Hunter Code. And it
You know
goes
what? I
through.
love that series. I was reading that the bounty hunters. Part.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was reading that, man. They, the new series that they came out with, man. I was digging that.
they need to. We need an update on one of these books, maybe, and give a Tusken Raider, or some sort of Raider book or something. I don't know.
They should have a series, man. They really should. They should have a series. I didn't realize how interesting they were. I was like, man, like hurry up and kill those dudes. Like get them out the way. They're in the way. Like, and then they tell the story with the Bubba Fett and stuff like that, and you figure how nomadic they were and all that, and it's okay. So now I'm rooting for the Tusken Raiders now that I used to hate them because they were like they come out of nowhere and ambush you.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad we get to talk about it. Spoilers for everyone. Usually that turns in. We're usually spoil whatever. So, what the heck? So there's I'm putting the eyeball in there.
Putting the eyeball in. Yeah, you gotta make sure you put that. I guess you have it facing right because I think the iris should be pointing up and to the right, maybe.
Well, I think you can spin it because you put that other piece in there.
Yeah. You can. You can spin it.
Oh, maybe not.
No.
All right. Anyway.
Yeah,
lots to talk about. I haven't had my spoiler show since the end of Hawkeye, and Larry.
Yeah, I'm caught up on Hawkeye, man. I tell you what,
name.
I like how they put the Russians in there, man. I love that, and they give the Russians so much character, right? Because sometimes, no offense, some Russians can be a little bit dry. So they give you hip hop Russians, right? Hip hop and Russians, man. You know what I mean? Hip hop and Russians, right?
When they were in that band rocking Run DMC, that was so
funny. Man. It was in there rocking, talk about what was it, Tannenbaum? They say you feel like a Tannenbaum. I'm like, what would a Russian know about a Tannenbaum? So I'm like, man, and then my man jump out the truck. He said, "Hey, bros,
bro, Tannenbaum,
you a Tannenbaum."
These guys are going back. They're all talking about Black K, BK, Brass Knuckles, Cyber Enhanced Paws. Well, there can be some crazy stuff, and I love, that somebody mentioned Dr. Afra, and when Dr. Afra was introduced, she had this assassin droid. I don't know if his name was 000 or something like that.
000, okay.
That guy was, because it looked just like 3PO, and 3PO was such a nerd.
Yeah.
To see this assassin droid was like, it's really, mess with your mind a little bit. Dang, man, every Lego model, it's like crammed with technique.
Yeah, man. That's the way to do it, man.
Ball joints all over in there.
They got the ball joint stuff in there. Yeah.
Sure, this isn't
it's not regular Lego no more, man. It's not. It's just they mixed it all up. Yeah, man. I saw that you got this set, and I was like, oh man, how did I miss that? Rushing to get other stuff, so I went back and got it.
Yeah, that's why I make a wish list on Lego.com.
Yeah.
And even though I know,
I gotta play police.
If I don't, because sometimes I'll buy stuff at Target, and sometimes I'll buy stuff at you're gonna get the bot. We've got 2 bots.
Yeah, I'm trying to get them.
Should make Larry a moderator.
Right. Let me see here. Hold on a minute. Oh, sorry, Larry. I probably got to go in YouTube to annoy them.
Yeah. But man, yeah, the bots. They're all over,
man. They still rolling
since the 1st of January, or even New Year's Eve, I think, when we were on Friday Night Bricks last week. They were just all over.
Yeah, I don't know why you coming over here. That's why I never understand. I'm like, why you come over here? I'm a small time channel. I ain't monetized. I'm trying to get there, but I ain't grow up yet. I guess I don't know. Maybe.
Nonsense.
I ain't monetized. Hold on, my bad. I'm trying to go. I'm trying to know my
000,
friend
is that
Larry
right? Stud Sidious, the 000 droid. Yeah, he is a maniac. I gotta see that guy. Oh, Astromech that royals with 000. Okay, I don't know the name of that guy, but
all right, Larry, you have the power.
there you got the wrench. All right.
You have the power. Man, I haven't even done a review on my Castle Grayskull, man. And I know that's not Lego. I know it's not Lego, but it's so awesome, Jesse. It is. It's still awesome, man. And it was a big bill. It was like the equivalent of a modular and a half. That's how big that thing is.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's a big bill. That's a big castle. I mean, castle proper should be big, a big something. Get this bag open. Bag 2. I know you're ahead of me.
Yeah, clean them up, Larry. Clean them up. You got the power.
The Galactic Slug Twins. So yeah. So we should talk about the Jabba the Hutt twins. The Hutt twins.
All right. Let's do it, dude. Like my man. When I tell you what, so I'm hearing the drum beat, right? I'm hearing the drum beat.
Yeah.
They walk outside, and last thing I'm thinking that I'm going to see is some Hutts, right?
Yeah,
That's
I know.
the last thing I'm thinking that they don't want no parts of it. You don't get one Hutt, you got 2 Hutts.
Yeah,
and they the twins, and they're coming, right? And they'll be back. They're coming now. They're coming.
And I mean, and it's weird to see that come to life from the comics, basically. But after hindsight, knowing a litter is coming with that drum beat, this litter they keep talking about, you should have be carried. Of course, now that you hear this drum beat, that
Right.
I'm pretty sure some people might have been like, oh, it's going to be one of the Hutts.
Nope.
2. Well, yeah, 2.
And those characters, I read up on them too, man. They're kind of they played them soft in this here, because them 2, they are ratchet, man. I mean, they were like really cutthroat. I mean, which Hutt isn't? But them 2, they don't back down from anything. And so it was shocking to see that they, my man said, it's bad for business to handle this out here now. We'll be back. So who you think sent the assassin?
That he took out. We went after the mayor, and then I don't know. I think it was the mayor, but then he went back to the sanctuary. I don't know. The strip clubs, casino.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Hutts show up. So I think the Hutts just showed up, though. Like, they knew, but I don't think the Hutts saying this. I don't know. They could have sent the assassin.
Yeah.
Send the assassin in front of the Hutts, and then they come in and just take over, right? Could have been the Hutts.
Yeah.
Twins.
Yeah, maybe it was the Hutts. Maybe they assumed that that their assassin, had taken, the assassin had taken care of business, and maybe didn't know that he kind of got jammed up. And it was funny too, because I'm thinking that okay, they this assassin, he's supposed to be Billy Badass, right? And he ain't say nothing until they drop him down in the Rancor. I'm thinking, oh man, they got another Rancor. Like, I'm sitting there looking like I'm trying to see, because I want to see that, right? The one that we saw was what? Was that computer generated, or was that a puppet? That was a puppet, wasn't it?
They had a puppet for the I mean, it was a little of both, but I think they puppeteered some of it. And
yeah.
When Luke was in his hand, I think that was like a real hand, like a full robotic hand or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And then they clean it up with some CGI back in the day. But yeah, I was kind of hoping there'd be something, but maybe something different down there. I don't think they've had time to put anything down there. But knowing his history with the Tuscans, you'd think maybe, you know, those little frog dogs and
or that little
other,
what was that? You know what I'm talking about? That creature that had like almost 6 legs.
Yeah, I hopped out of the sand.
Like
it's
a
the frog
centauri.
dog. There's the dogs that they carry around, and you know they're like pit bulls. Those are something different. But yeah, there was like a frog dog is the only name for it.
Frog. Or the centaur that was in the sand centaur. You know what I'm talking about? And he jumped on his back. Yeah. That would have been perfect in that pit, man.
That would be a good callback too. Like, you know, he killed one.
He said called a wart. He said a wart.
You guys are all over the place. We haven't gotten to the gaffy stick or the nose lizard.
The nose lizard. Oh man.
Ray likes the nose lizard.
Bro, hey, who called out the nose lizard?
Larry calls it the nose lizard.
Hey, Larry, just say no to drugs, man. If you're in the desert, if you're in the desert and you come across some Tuscans and you're sitting in the tent and they offer you something, just say no to drugs, man, because that lizard had my man all messed up, man. You seeing things that ain't really there. It's gonna guide you all right. It throw some dust at you and the lizard go right up your nose. That's how it feel, man. It's like, dang. I said, if that's how it feel, I don't want none of that, man. I don't want any of it.
That was a bad trip too. He's like,
was it?
Swallowed up by the sea of sand. And
he said, I think I swallowed your lizard. Let me tell you, Jesse. I ain't swallowing nobody's lizard.
Nope.
Nobody.
Nope.
You hear me?
Nope. Not even.
Crazy.
I don't know.
Not even.
We didn't really have a choice.
You know, that's so disappointing. And somebody said something. I forgot where I heard it. I think it was probably in our chat. It was in our chat. You know, you got all these crazy names for these these different world, creatures and stuff like that. So they have different names, and the best name you came up with was a lizard.
I don't know that there's a name for that. Yeah, I like peyote.
He called it a lizard. He did. He was like, I swallowed the lizard. I swallowed. He called it. He said, oh, it's a lizard. Thank you. And he threw the dust at him. He threw that angel dust. You know what that remind me of, Larry? You ever watch Training Day? You ever watch Training Day and he's riding with Officer Hoyt, right? And he make Officer Hoyt smoke the drugs, and all of a sudden, like the rooms start getting blurry and stuff like that. And he was on Training Day. Bubba Fett was on Training Day, man. And that's bad, man. My segue into that is that, you got are they called pirates? What are they called? The pirates? Who was running the spice?
The Pikes.
Pikes. I always say their name wrong. The Pikes.
The Pike.
So you got the Pikes with this super souped up sand train, and it's like rolling like a bat out of hell, man. Man, I want to build that thing so bad.
Yeah, I've seen some mini versions. People are building that. You cannot wait a second, man. I'd like to do a life-size version, of course, because you can put the characters on it.
Right.
It's not too, Pike Syndicate. Thanks, Larry. I knew I was trying to think of that. So there's a whole syndicate of Pikes, they're doing the spice run to Kessel, or paying people to do the Kessel run.
Right.
And then now they're on this train, right? They're always pushing the spice.
He said it doesn't look good for you, friend.
So many callbacks to Dune, and Lawrence of Arabia also had a train heist scene in this Boba Fett episode that we're spoiling.
Yeah. The Pikes. I can't. I watched the Clone Wars, and I think that was that's the first time I really recognized the Pike. Was that that they were pretty like dangerous, and they were serious about the spice.
Solo.
Nah, I was watching. I think it was like the Clone Wars.
Oh, and yeah, they were in Clone
It
Wars.
was Clone Wars, yeah, and that's when. Yeah,
I think we have a minifig Pike.
You got a minifig Pike? Yeah,
I think so. I was looking through my. Let me grab since we're talking more Star Wars now. That's great. Oh, I saw him.
and I'm gonna tell you, man, I'm very sad that I see this Wong in this set because the only Wong that was out, nah, I think the one Wong was in that October brick that October pack. And now Wong has returned in another set. So if you didn't sell that October pack, I think you're out of luck. You said you have a Bubba problem. The Interpage says simple man building his way through the galaxy one brick at a time. All right, that's it. Jesse, come back. Jesse.
Oh, I found Max Rebo.
You found who?
Oh yeah, so I got some Star Wars figs in here.
Ah.
Found this guy.
Okay.
Gotta talk about Max Rebo and the band in the cantina.
Yeah, the cantina. Yeah.
Cantina band. There's the organ player or something.
Yeah.
And then I got this one real quick. So let's see. I think this is the Pike. No? Oh, maybe this is something different. It's pretty close though. I got this weird mask, right?
Yeah, ain't that the let's see. Oh, I don't think I've seen that.
Pretty close.
Yeah, it's pretty close to.
There's no head under there, of course, so you can't like see the face. This
Right.
I think this was from Solo.
Solo
on the Kessel planet, but might be a different race.
Huh.
Yeah, they'll have to make some Pike Syndicate minifigures. That'd be cool. Then I got to do the train, or maybe they'll have a train set.
We need some good Lego sets, man. Like I hope we get that. You know what? Honestly, I hope that you don't get the train, because if you get the train, I think they probably make it something like the train from Black Panther. And nobody knew what that thing was until you watched the movie, and it still didn't look like it. It looked like a mining cart. That's what it looked like.
Yeah. Yeah. Cargo train.
There.
Not much to it, but put the right characters around it. Like I said, a bunch of Tusken Raiders trying to raid it. That'll be cool.
Yeah.
That I have.
Yeah, man, that was so like I said, I don't like origin stories. I don't, but I mean, with this one you kind of gotta find out, all right, what happens after he gets out of the sack and all that stuff. And you gotta explain that. But why do you think he is having these dreams while he's in the water tank? In the chrono chamber.
I mean, I think that's just a divisive plot, for the storytelling, for the show to just, it works. I don't think it's too divisive yet in 2 episodes. They show him in the tank, and that's when he's having these visions. It gives him an opportunity to have the flashback.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's anything to it other than it gives him a chance to tell that story.
Okay.
Simple expedition. Yeah, Larry thinks it's just it's a way to go back and show that flashpoint at a proper point.
Right.
It's not really.
Is that I mean, don't get me wrong, Larry. I'm loving the story, my friend. I am loving the story. I'm loving every bit of it, even the flashback points, but it's getting to a point where they're telling more the flashback points than they are telling what's in the present.
Yeah, it is 2 shows.
Yeah, but like that last show was all about, it was all about what was in the past. Like you got a little bit of what was ahead of them, but then everything else was like reverse. And they brought up, I guess they were really trying to get to the point of, I guess, his relationships with the Tuskens, and he finally got his Tusken Raider weapon. What is that?
Yeah, well, it explains, right, where how he survived.
The tribal, yeah.
But then it like I brought this book out. He's a bounty hunter by trade. He's not a crime lord. So
Right.
why is he even trying to be the number one guy when he's usually hidden, just doing dirty work for money.
Right.
He's got a whole new, I think, look on life after surviving the Sarlacc and living with the Tuskens.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So I think his life of bounty hunting is over because now you're not in the shadows anymore. You the crime
definitely
lord.
Yeah, it's different. That's for sure.
Yeah. Oh man, so much, man. I just,
Yeah,
so
I'm glad we were able to talk about it here, and Larry's here. I don't know, he's probably working, and
yeah, he said he was working. Yeah.
Maybe we'll do a finale Boba Fett. I think it'll cross over because, maybe not.
You think once Boba Fett is over, they finish telling all the first season of Boba Fett, they'll go right into the Mandalorian?
No, I think it goes Marvel, Star Wars, Marvel, Star Wars, Marvel, Star Wars as far as Disney Plus. So we'll probably get Moon Knight. I'm hoping we get Moon Knight at the end of Boba Fett.
A little bit. Oh yeah, Moon Knight. Yeah.
So and then after Moon Knight, we'll get Obi-Wan, I think. I think Obi-Wan is more filmed ready than Mandalorian. So
yeah, I'm gonna tell you, man, I was a little bit upset, man, because I'm a Mandalorian fan. I'm like, give me Mandalorian, man. Nobody want to know about no old man Boba Fett. Like nobody want to know about old man Boba Fett. Like, come on, man. And then that first episode of Boba Fett hit, and I'm like, you know what? You could take Mandalorian, and you could put it right back on the shelf. I'll give me Boba Fett. Like, you ever see somebody that switch teams? Oh, yeah, this is my side. Yeah, this is my side. Boba Fett's my side. This is my side. This is the side that's winning. The side that's winning, that's my team.
It's classic. I mean, I loved Mandalorian. I don't think so. I like that classic Western. We got Grogu, which is interesting, and we got Ahsoka back to tell more stories. So I'm all about Mandalorian. But this Boba Fett series is another level, right? Yeah, it's a different style. I get it. I get where you're coming from. It's like when people ask me what my favorite set is, it's usually the one I'm building right now, the newest one.
Yeah. I'm intrigued. Yeah. So it's the new one. I hate that though. They ask that, what's your favorite set of all time? All of them, man. Like, it's all of them.
Oh, at their time, they're great sets or whatever.
Oh yeah.
I made a little mistake there. I had to go back. All right, I'm back on track.
Okay, so the Kessel Run Millennium Falcon has a toast. What's a what? A pike. Oh, he's telling you right
here. Shoot. So I knew the pikes were in Solo with the Kessel Run Falcon. And I don't think I got that set because I got so many Falcons. I'm just like I started pulling the plug on Star Wars. I can't get every Star Wars set. I got like 3 or 4 like Slave One Boba Fett ships, and I got
So you
3
telling
or
me
4 Falcons.
you're telling me, Larry, that those little Pike minifigures are probably worth a lot on Bricklink because
You only
they
get
probably
one.
no longer sell that set. They're probably worth a lot, especially after that show. It's crazy how things come back around. You know what I mean? And then the price of something comes like back around, and it just goes up on something like, you know.
Yeah.
Like you said, that comic book that had that the dark haired Chewie.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I know that everybody probably went right to their local comic book store and got it.
Man, I know I have that one. I know I've been meaning to pull it out of whatever crate it's in.
Uh-huh.
Read it again, see what that BK is all about.
Did I do that right? No, I did not. Hold on. Okay, there we go.
Some good techniques on this Doctor Strange set, I tell you what.
Yeah, man. Looking at this eye.
The legs now, just the way they kind of plug in, really easy.
Mm-hmm. It says use average $25, Larry. I can't yell at anything, Larry, because I done paid $55. No, I paid about $60 for a minifig one time. For Zeb. I did. I paid $60 for Zeb from Star Wars Ghosts. I did. I paid $60 for a Zeb. So I can't complain. $25, man. Dang, going. That means you only can buy like what, like maybe five pikes? No, maybe about 4 pikes for $100. 4 pikes.
Well, it's like Sidious said. Now we, or maybe Larry said it. Let's get that black Chewie minifig.
Yeah,
that's what we need, because they have other Wookiees. There's a Wookiee with a different, he's got that ballistic belt over his chest, but this guy, he's like Planet Hulk. He's like all armored up.
Yeah, he all armor, man. Yeah,
it's like the Ewoks. There's a few different Ewoks in the Ewok village, and I think they do have a black Ewok. They need to do a Wookiee. They need to do this Wookiee for sure.
All right, so this has.
But they'll have to mold him with shoulder pads, I think.
Yeah, with shoulder pads, because he was definitely bulked up.
This is like a bounty hunter Wookiee.
My man, he looks so serious, man. My man looks so serious, man. And the dude actually, I'm looking at his eyes, and that scared the bejesus out of me, man. I was like, what?
His eyes were like in your face.
In his face, like. I want to know, I'm going to go back and find out who was the actor that, because, like, everything else is makeup. I get it. Everything else is makeup. But you can't hide the eyes, right? You can't hide the eyes. So whoever that was, they had some serious eyes, man. They had some serious eyes, man. That's good acting, man. That's good acting. You know what I mean? The 3 Spideys in one shot, man. I got kind of tired of the bro love fest, man. The acting fell flat, man. I got mad. Don't get me wrong. I got mad love for every last one, but in that setting, man, they acting fell flat. You put their acting up against the Black Wookiees acting. Oh,
yeah.
Man.
No, Well, if you're talking about acting, I agree.
And the funny thing about it, Jesse, the dude ain't said one word. He ain't said nothing. Look, the Huts done walked off, and he's still standing there looking at Bubba.
That's gonna be a fun. That's gonna be a fun. I mean, they gotta get into it, right?
Right. What's
So
going on, Willie?
Next episode, maybe.
Yeah, man. I you know what they're gonna do, man? I can tell you. Here's TV prediction. We ain't gonna see him next episode. We ain't gonna see him the following. They're gonna bring him back like probably episode 8 or 10, whatever the last episode is. They're gonna bring him right back in. And
could be.
then you'll have the conflict. You'll have the conflict there.
I don't know. Let's say I'm right about let's say we're right about the Hutts sent the assassin.
Uh-huh.
That means that's his next target is going right after these guys.
Right.
And confronting the twins. And
Uh-huh.
confronting the twins means confronting Black Santi.
Yeah.
It's gonna be awesome. I agree. The acting or face acting, whatever was better on this episode. I didn't. I had just a few qualms with No Way Home Spider-Man, and
Okay.
one of them was Toby was acting like Toby, not acting like Peter Parker.
Yeah. Yeah.
And same with Garfield. He when he was mask off,
Uh-huh.
he was talking like Andrew Garfield, not like his skater punk Peter Parker version.
Peter Parker. Right. And honestly, like, if now that you said that, like, I could see Garfield as, like, if you played the PS4 version of Spider-Man, right, where they had different suits, right? They had a punk version of Spider-Man, had the spikes on his head and stuff like that. That, to me, that would be, Garfield, right? That would be the Garfield version, so it just, it would be nice if the suits were a little bit different, you know what I mean? Like, maybe, so like they didn't show up in the original attire, you know what I mean? Like they, like the multiverse is, you know what I mean?
I think you got to, if they go back to more Toby or more Garfield, sounds like. So Garfield, Toby got his trilogy, right?
Right.
And Garfield only got 2. So
right.
There are rumors going around that Garfield is going to get his 3rd movie, and maybe they give him a new suit. Maybe they give him that punk suit. That'd be crazy.
Well, now, I would ask you, how would that work, having 2 different Spider-Mans? But then they kind of open the door with this movie. Hey, you got multiple versions, right? They open the door to
Pandora's box is open.
So now we could do multiple Spider-Man with different actors, tell different stories.
Yep. And you just have to give a reason for the portal, and the MCU now has American Chavez, who apparently has interdimensional travel abilities.
Right.
So they've got their reason, that you put her in, and she's got the power, just like Doctor Strange when he had the time stone, he could time travel, and we're gonna do time travel now.
Hey, Willie, I'm gonna act like I really know something now, right? You ready, Willie? So the Black Wookiee's name is Santi. So you can't call him Black Wookiee because somebody might get offended.
No,
his name is
Black,
Santi.
Actually, it's Black Cassanta.
Black Cassanta.
Here it is. This guy, Larry's got it down. That's how you spell it and everything. Black
Cassanta.
And people call him Santi for short.
Kerry Jones. Hey, pull up Kerry Jones' picture. Let's see who Kerry Jones is.
And they play they call him BK for short.
BK was ready to whip some ass. he looked, you know what? If I ever got into a bar fight, I want the Black Crescent. I want BK. I want BK back me up, man. If I ever got to a bar fight, man, because I know I'm winning.
I don't know. Does it matter who Kerry Jones is?
So Kerry Johnson. Because you got a couple of them that popped up.
Kerry Jones, Book of Boba Fett.
Kerry Jones.
Who's the mystery character? Oh, IMDb has him listed for Black Santa.
Ready to see him in? Oh yeah, Boba Rubble. Yeah, bro.
What does he look like?
Yeah, you said it, Troy. I'm ready to see them Rubble too, bro.
They just show him. I don't know what the real.
He gonna need help though. He ain't gonna be able to take him alone. He gonna need some help. And hey, maybe that's why they explain his fight training with the Tuscans and him using that tool, that Warriors tool that the Tuscans that he earned from the Tuscans, because he's probably going to get ready to do a hand-to-hand combat with BK. That's probably what's going to happen. Man, I love you guys, man. You guys, insight, so much insight.
Willie's here. What's up? Yeah, that's next. They got a rumble. Troy's right. BK and Boba Fett, and then Fennec is usually on her own little solo mission. Like, I could see her.
Another spinoff, maybe?
Well, she might be doing a side mission as
one of the episodes.
Like stealing something from the huts, or while he takes on the
he gonna need some help with BK, bro. I'm gonna tell you that.
Maybe both of them.
And what's so bad about it is that, you know, we're in the age of recasting, right? Like they start to recast some of our heroes and stuff like that, right? And being in the age of recasting, I'm just, you know, the dude was a great actor as Boba Fett, you know, and stuff like that, you know, because of clones and all that, right? And he was that was his actual, really, you know, his first appearance was being part of, you know, was a Jango Fett, right? So, you know, Jango's son would look like him because they all the clones, right? And so I mean, I dig that, but I'm just a little bit upset to see a 70-year-old man wrestle with a centaur in the middle of the desert, because that's really not going to happen. You know what I mean? My man was in pajamas. You know, who wants to watch a 70-year-old man wrestle in the desert in their pajamas? Huh?
He had to prove how tough he was.
Maybe. Oh yeah, he did it. He definitely did it. He did. I was wondering what in the world were they doing, just lounging in the middle of the desert? It was just, you know, the little tiny Tuscan and then them.
Yeah. Why did they have to go so far just to dig up those black coconuts?
He said Kerry Jones looked like Idris Elba. Oh, so he a big dude. He tall. Oh, hey, I'm done.
I'm putting the horns on, yeah.
Oh, let's see here. Oh.
So we got Showdown with Gargantos.
Yeah.
And more Doctor Strange and Wong and American Chavez. As
here we go.
Rah. Should be like taking them out.
Maybe this way. Where's my camera? Where's
the camera? It's already in the trailer, right?
What's that?
Doctor Strange. So that at the end of Spider-Man No Way Home, they basically did an end credit scene that was a trailer for Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
And now 1 week later, they released a better version of that trailer as the trailer for Doctor Strange, with music behind it, and one more shot where there's like the magic chains, you know, that he does this magic and the chains come out, and where they show this guy too, right, in the trailer, I think a little bit.
Yeah.
He's throwing a bus or something. I don't know. We talked about Doctor Strange a bit, and I think the biggest part the biggest part of the set is not Gargantos. I mean, we all know, like, there's lore about Ishtar, a bigger cosmic entity demon that might be, you know, like, this is the baby one. Maybe we'll see that.
Maybe. Oh man, go get this set, yo.
It's good. You get a lot of sand green pieces if you're into sand,
So
or olive green. It's olive green.
You gonna put this in front of your sanctum?
And yeah, it's a set that you can add and attack any other scene in your city.
Yeah.
You need an attack scene in your city. This is a good set to have.
Oh yeah, no doubt. All right, friends, that's the end of the set. Good chat, friend. I you definitely put some stuff in perspective, man.
110. Yeah, I appreciate being able to talk about Boba Fett and talking about Marvel. I'm really looking forward to seeing this Doctor Strange movie. It's going to be one of a kind, man. It's kind of being closer to a horror movie, so it might be pretty scary. We'll see.
Oh yeah, man. I think it might be the end of a good Doctor Strange as we know it, man.
Thinking of Wong is boy, I hate to see it. He's such a good character, but he's actually the Sorcerer Supreme taking care of the Sanctum right now.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
yeah.
If this guy gobbles him up, that makes room for this guy to become the Sorcerer Supreme.
Right.
So I will make a prediction right now. I hate to do it; it's a tough one, but I'll say we lose Wong.
You lose Wong? Okay. Who's taking bets? Who's taking bets in the chat? Who's taking bets? Is it Wong or the good Doctor Strange that perish? Somebody's gonna perish.
Yeah.
Somebody.
I think Iceberg was leaning on he's gonna absorb the good Doctor Strange and become evil Doctor Strange. I think maybe it's we lose Wong and good Doctor Strange gets a little level up.
Yeah. All right, folks, we are Audi 4,000. Was it 5,000? Audi 5,000. Yeah,
well, could be Audi 3,000.
Audi 3,000. All right, Troy, we'll holler at you later. We got to get verses online here. Catch you on the next one.
I can hide that comment. Sorry. Later, guys. Happy New Year.
Yeah. Happy New Year.